the Toronto Thunderbirds franchise. Here we are. We are now the Toronto Thunderbirds. No more Washington Redskins. This is it. This is where we start. I'm going to be honest, this is just going to be a live stream. I'm going to be doing this all the way up till the end of the draft. So from this starting period of week 2, that's technically week 1, but week 2 is the free agency. So we're going to start from here all the way up to the draft. And then we're going to stop there at the draft. And then I'll make another live stream where I'm going to be playing the moments and so on and so forth. And for the next videos, it'll be the seasons or whatever. I'm planning on getting like 2 games, maybe 3 at most, but 2 at right now. Get 2 games in every video I'm going to be releasing during the regular season. The preseason, I'm going to be playing week 1, playing the moments, and then week 2 through 3 or 4, we're going to be playing simulation. We're going to mainly simulate that. And then during the season, we're going to be playing certain moments of the game. You know how I work. If you don't, you'll find out later. Anyways, let's start week 2. Before we do, I want to show everyone we have 10 players. And I'm going to show you why we have these 10 players, alright? First and foremost, we have Philip Walker. He had a phenomenal season in the XFL. Technically, he's going to be the MVP of the XFL right now. But at the moment, he left, came to us. He now has a starting role in this team. His overall is going to go up due to his performance he's been doing really well in. So, yeah, he's been doing pretty well. So this overall he has right now, I'm going to be bumping it up a little bit. Right now, Philip Walker's short and medium and deep are going to go up a little. And his throw power is going to be like an 88 or something at highest. His physical traits are going to stay the same. But when it comes to his skills, is going to go up. Now, running back, we have no running backs. So this is all going to be a new start for us. No fullback, but we have 3 receivers. We have Corey Coleman. We reached out to him, honestly. The Thunderbirds reached out to him in the organization. Dick Johnson was like, hey, we're going to be starting this new franchise, and we want you to be one of the inaugural receivers. You in, and giving you a chance. And he said, exceptionally yes. So he signed, I think, a 2-year deal or a 1-year, I forget. But anyways, he's on our team. Austin Prohl, 316. He's on our team. Played for the Seattle Dragons. Did pretty well. His overall went up a little bit. Cam Phillips, doing really great in the NFL. I think Philip Walker and Cam Phillips are teammates in XFL, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but the guy is doing pretty well for what he's at. His catching traits, I boosted him up just a little bit. His route running, I didn't change anything really, but we'll find out later. But he's pretty decent. Caleb Wilson, good tight end, has all the starting traits. I remember when he was in UCLA, was pretty decent, but never got, the chance to really play much. And I was a big fan of his at UCLA. So, no tackle, no guard, no center, no right guard, no offensive line whatsoever. One of the first guys I'm going to get is Dylan effing Day. Yes, I'm saying Dylan effing Day because he said the F word during the XFL game. If you don't remember, search it up on YouTube, you'll find it. But no defensive line, no one linebacker, but technically an edge rusher, and Ja'Kai Polite. I'm going to be working on so I'm going to be making my own scheme book or my own playbook. I just haven't figured out what scheme I'm going to be, a 3-4 or a 4-3. I think I'm going to be a 4-3. I'm not going to be a 3-4. I like 4-3s better than 3-4s. But yeah, I like Ja'Kai Polite, really good player, former 3rd round pick, very highly rated, and then his career went downhill. So we're going to find out how he's going to be in the NFL for us. Simon Thomas, I don't know. I just saw him. I'm like, let's get this guy. Looked pretty good. I might release him. I don't know. But Elijah Campbell and Jamar Summers, I'm going to be boosting up Jamar Summers overall to maybe like a 62 and Campbell like to a 65 or something because they're both been playing exceptionally well. And Elijah Campbell in this game was actually a strong safety, believe it or not. So I had to convert him from safety to corner. He's better. He's obviously better as a corner. So Elijah Campbell and Jamar Summers, pretty good. No free safety. And for strong safety, our highest overall player is Josh Jones. Everyone forgot about him. I believe he was with the Green Bay Packers or he was with the Rams. I do not fully remember. All I do remember, he was good at one point. If you look at his stats, his first 2 years were pretty good. 2017 and 2018. I mean, 18 is when he started falling down, but in his rookie year, he did really well. 2 sacks and an interception. I mean, he didn't get much chance in the NFL, but now he's going to. He might be like a nickel linebacker in our scheme, or money linebacker. I don't know yet until we draft. So this is what our draft board looks like, and it's not looking too pretty. But we do have 2 first rounders. The reason why I have 2 first rounders is because I might actually trade that first rounder for a 2nd rounder this year and another like late round pick, maybe a 6th round pick. I don't know. But the reason why I got that 1st round pick is because from the Steelers, I believe, we traded Dwayne Haskins to the Steelers before the whole before week 8 or week 9. We had the trade deadline. And Dwayne Haskins was one of those players who were eligible for trades. Now, our receiver at the time, I forget his name now, former Ohio State product, I forget his name, but he was not going to be available for us this trade, so we trade Dwayne Haskins, the other Ohio State player. And believe it or not, he looks like he's going to be taken for Big Ben here soon. But Big Ben has another year left in him while Haskins can learn. So he's going to take over Rudolph and Delvin Hodges' position. I honestly like Delvin Hodges. If he doesn't get re-signed, he most possibly will have a chance on this team because he's also a decent quarterback. I mean, there's also another quarterback I've been kind of scouting recently, and his name, if I can find him, is he on the Lions? David Blau. David Blau looks pretty good. Kind of reminds me take this with a pinch of salt, but if you look at his build, he's 6 foot, 200 pounds. Last time I seen that from a Purdue product was Drew Brees. So who knows? Maybe David Blau. Maybe, who knows? Pretty decently athletic. We can look into him. Possibly. There's other quarterbacks like Tim Boyle. Been Aaron Rodgers' backup. Maybe he's the future. I don't know. There's other people like Kyle Allen, Will Greer. Not Stidham. Not Nathan Peterman. But there's quarterbacks like Trace McSorley. I'm thinking about having him as one of those dual threat quarterbacks like Taysom Hill on the Saints. And then there's Teddy Bridgewater, but he's a little famous, so I can't. He's too rich for our blood right now, so we cannot get him on our team. But there's players I've been scouting, and so yeah. If you did not know, Mr. Johnson bought the team from the former owner. I cannot pronounce his name right now. But the former owner of the Washington Redskins sold it to Jim Johnson. Not Jimmy Johnson. Don't worry. Don't get it wrong. It's a different Jim Johnson. But Jim Johnson, son, Dick Johnson, was a head coach for a single A college team that barely was even known. Like, technically a junior college team. And let's just say, Dick Johnson was the assistant head coach for the Washington Redskins, learning under John Gruden, but John Gruden was not doing good, so John Gruden got fired in the middle of the season. Dick Johnson took over, and that's when the trade of Dwayne Haskins happened and everything else. So Dick Johnson now, Mr. Dick Johnson, is your head coach. And unfortunately, Mr. Johnson, the Jim Johnson, had a party incident where he drank too much liquor and snorted too much of the marijuanas, and he died. So now Dick Johnson is now the new owner and head coach of the Thunderbirds. I think that has happened back in the past, I believe, but he's one of the, for a long time, an owner that's also a head coach of the team. I mean, you have Jerry Jones, who's the owner and general manager of the Cowboys. So it's kind of insane that we have Dick Johnson now controlling both the office and on the field. So he's going to need help at offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Right now, we do not have any sources. They're running without any coaches right now. But Dick Johnson is looking into it right now, finding some coordinators right now at the moment. He's calling them on his phone right now, talking, finding out, etc., etc. Anyways, let's get done with what I'm talking about. All the nonsense, all the hoopla. Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl, obviously. So it's now time for us to go in the off season, week 2. And if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch or whatever, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Come to my Twitch channel, hit the follow button. Make sure that you're not missing any of these games, these pre-recordings, as I'm doing them live, so that way we can interact. Now, we have signed free agents. We have a lot of cap space. Now, this first year is going to be, wow, look at that. 2 former Redskins right there. My goodness. Now, this is going to be an interesting, wow, Drew Brees. So, this is going to be an interesting offseason. So, right now, we're technically going to be grabbing players that haven't got any much exposure and everything, and then after that we work our way up. All right, so this is technically going to be a competitor to the XFL, but then later we're also going to be building ourselves to a Super Bowl. Technically, we're going to be living long enough to become the villain in this situation. So at quarterback right now, I mean, Marcus Mariota kind of makes sense. He kind of does. Nick Mullins looks pretty good. Josh Rosen right here. Robert Griffin, a little too old now, but he can actually come in and play with Phillip Walker, Kyle Allen, Joe Flacco. Heck no. Brett Hundley's right here. Taysom Hill. Sean Kaiser's a good choice. AJ McCarron. Eli Manning he's now retired, honestly, so I'm looking around here. Not CJ Beathard. I tried him out in one of my other games and he didn't do good. Cardale Jones is right here. Intriguing. I'll look into that. Kevin Hogan. Alex Magoo. Let's see. JT Barrett, former Ohio State quarterback. He was pretty good, but now he's not. There ain't really no one I'm interested in right now in this area. So, coming up to here in the 60s, it looks like Deshaun Kaiser is going to possibly get a chance. So, we're going to be giving him the 2-year base contract. That's the highest we're going to be giving him is a 2-year. That looks good. So our highest we can go up to is possibly 3 years on a contract. But right now, we're just going to be giving out 2s. Wow, a lot of good running backs right here. Kareem Hunt's one of those situations, though. But I might have to exclude him out of it right now because he's having success again, I guess. He's one of the highly rated players that goes in here and doesn't get any bids, so I know, but he will next. Payne Barber is good. I like him. We're not getting Marshawn Lynch. Alex Collins was on the Seahawks, didn't do well, went to the Ravens, had a great success over there. Then injury flooded his career out of Baltimore, so I don't know. Maybe we can give Alex Collins a chance. He looks pretty okay. Corey Clement. I mean, there's a lot of players in here that I can think about giving. Doug Martin, once upon a time, used to be a really great running back. Very old. Man, look at that face scan. That's kind of horrible looking. Now, there's some good players in here where I can actually go for. Tyler Irvin, John Kelly, Travarius Allen, Travion Williams, Keon Barner. I remember Keon Barner from Oregon. Deontay Foreman. Okay, so this guy might get the power back position. CJ Procise. I'm sorry, but he is going to be one of those players we're going to be working with. Not going to give him that high of a... Yeah, I'm not giving him that much money. I'll give him about this. Not that much bonus, my friend. But there's some running backs in here. Brooks James looks good. Mike Weber was good. Boobie Williams. I remember him from Wazoo. Wow, he has really high carrying. And really good catching. You know, he could be a really good player for us. I don't know. We'll possibly think about getting him later. We do need a fullback, but I'll look into that later. See, yeah, we can possibly work finding someone else. Wide receivers, Terry McLaurin, really great player, Ohio State. Like I said, we had him, but we couldn't keep him due to he was really good, so we couldn't keep him. Paul Richardson fell off on the face of the earth. So Demarcus Robinson looks good. Randall Cobb still kicking. Phil Dorsett's there, but he's been doing pretty good. Tajay Sharp looks like an interesting one. Seth Roberts, Keelan Cole. Let's see, Robert Foster. Jermaine Kearse, I love Jermaine Kearse, but Hollywood Higgins is right here. I don't know how to go about this right now because there's so many good players. Justin Hardy, unfortunately, his career went down a little. He started off as a decently old rookie, and let's just say he hasn't had a success ever since. Tywan Taylor's pretty good. Trey Quinn's pretty good. Now, even though he was on the Redskins, it doesn't mean that we cannot bring him in. Steven Sims has a very good star dev receiver. Wow, he's actually pretty good for what he is. Alright, Laquan Treadwell's one of the receivers. I mean, we only have 3 receivers, but we're going to give Taquan Treadwell a decent 2-year contract here. That looks good enough. And maybe after... Oh, Keelan Doss. We got to give Keelan Doss a chance. We'll give him a 2-year deal as well. We'll give him a 2-year here. We'll come back to the other players. Tight ends. Ricky Seals-Jones, really good. Jacob Hollister is in here. Blake Jarwin. There's some decent tight ends in here where I'm thinking about grabbing. Joshua Perkins might be one of the best players in here. He has really high run block and good catching. Very underrated. I want him to be here for 3 years with us. So we're going to give him one of the highest contracts. Michael Pruitt's pretty good as well. Caden Smith. David Wells. Cliff Walford. I mean, remember Cliff Walford coming out of Miami was a really good player. Just didn't turn out right. Blake Bell and Logan Thomas. 2 former quarterbacks turn into tight ends. And then there's Pharaoh Brown. Unfortunately, he's getting offers, so we cannot go for him since he's already having offers throwing towards him. Jarrell Adams, yes, sir. Let's bring this guy in as well. 2-year deal. Colin Jeter. Actually, we're going to see Mortez. There's so many tight ends I want. We'll give Mortez a 2-year deal. So Joshua Perkins and it's going to be gone. So we're going to get Jarrell Adams and Mortez Boringer and Caleb Wilson in there. So at left tackle, there isn't really much. Greg Robinson, if you haven't heard of the reports, he has been caught with over 150 pounds of weed, I believe. Yeah. So I don't want this organization to start off on a bad foot with Greg Robinson. So that's going to be a no. Desmond Harrison looks good. Gerald Hawkins. Sean Coleman once upon a time used to be kind of good. Jamarcus Webb. I remember Jamarcus Webb. He used to be good for the Raiders. You know, since he's a veteran, I mean, we'll give him a 1-year deal, I guess. It wouldn't hurt. Is Qualv a, I thought he was from Canada for some odd reason. Gerald Hawkins, Desmond Harrison. There are some players I want in here. I think Desmond Harrison is going to be one of them. Give him a 2-year deal. See, left guards. Andrew Wiley's right here. Chance Warmack is right here. I'm looking at Matt Tobin. Dakota Dozer. Elmer. Jordan Morgan. Looks pretty decent. I'm going to, for a lower price, I will give him a deal, a 1-year. I don't know. Actually, we'll sign a lot of these lower overall players in the beginning of the season. So, but I want to get a lot of, a decent player in free agency. This is what free agency is all about. Ryan Groy, remember him? Used to be pretty popular, but I don't know if I want to get him right now. Right guard. Elijah Wilkinson looks pretty good. Nico Saragusa, Colby Gossett. I think I'm going to get the App State product, Colby Gossett. Maybe a 1-year deal. Lower that a little bit. I just want to get a 1-year deal with him. Morgan Moses, Matt Feeler. Let's see, Barksdale. Brandon Shell's right here. Looks interesting. Roderick Johnson. One of those players that are decent, but I think I can get him later. Now, I want to get the former first-round pick from the Cincinnati Bengals here. Give him a 2-year deal. Let's see. Right now, I don't know what my scheme's going to be like. I don't know if I'm going to be a 3-4 or a 4-3. But what I'm going to be doing is sign a couple players. So, Emmanuel Ogba is a good player, but I don't know how he would come in terms. Willie Henry is one of those good players. Vic Beasley is one of those players that fell off the face of the earth. Let's see. Casabagana, I can't say his name right. Kerry Hyder, he was pretty good with the Lions, and then he fell down out of nowhere. 270 pounds, pretty decent. I mean, maybe he can be one of my defensive ends. Tyrone Holmes, actually. Alright, he's going to be one of my edge rushers. So, I'm going to grab him to a 2-year deal. I know it's a pretty decent amount of money, but I know these players are going to do decent enough to the point where they're going to do great. Clinton McDonald, pretty good veteran, but I'm looking into finding some better players. Or players that fit the mold. Marcus Hunt looks good. Let's go down a little here. Let's go down. Oh, Elijah Quarles, dude, come on. I wanted him, but now the Cowboys are going to take him. Can't grab him. PJ Johnson's pretty good for our nose tackle. Albert Huggins. Silga, pretty old, but he might do the job. T.Y. McGill, pretty good. If we brought him in, he can be a defensive end or DT, so we'll give him a 2-year. Right end, no one. Nagam Suba, he's getting offers. Randy Gregory, I am not giving him a deal because his off the field problems. Noah Spence is pretty good. Robert Nagimchi, I will give him a 1-year deal. See if he's going to do decent for us. Now, DT or defensive end, either way, it's fine with me. Gary Green, pretty good. Mississippi State product. I'll possibly get him later and during the preseason. But right now, no one there. Left outside linebackers. JPP. Kamale Correa. Reggie Ragland. Bruce Irvin. Trying to figure out. Deshaun Davis is pretty good. Trying to figure out who would be good. Anton Williams, the Georgia Southern product. He's pretty decent. Maybe I'll grab him for a 2-year deal, but it's not for that much. Eric Lee. Ray Armstrong. Jeff Holland, speed rusher. I don't know what to think about all this. Querio, Ryan Shazier, we're going to be turning him into a punter. I forgot he's one of those players I forgot to retire. I already retired, what's his name? Luke Kuechly already, so I don't know how to go about all this right now. And he's 28. LJ Fort's interesting. Mark Barron, maybe? I don't know. Manti Te'o, I was going to go for him and his imaginary girlfriend, but doesn't look like I'm going to be grabbing him. The Bengals are going to. Gerald Hodges is going to get grabbed. Austin, alright, this Maurice Alexander is going to get taken. Bryce Hager, what's up with these teams going with smaller players? Like, you know what? I'm going to get Maurice Alexander possibly. Or Calitro is pretty decent, but he's a good run. He's a run stopper. I might give Calitro 2-year deal, but not for that much. Yeah, that's good. But Maurice Alexander, yeah, I think I'm going to be giving him a 1-year deal. Since he's a veteran, like he is, I can give him lesser than that, honestly. Let's see, what's that? I want give him more of a base salary. That's better. We'll just stick with that. I see Scooby right here. I like him a whole lot. He can be good. But we already got Alexander Calitro. We'll stick to those right at the moment. Montez Sweat's right here, but we're not grabbing him. Bud Dupree had a breakout year for himself, so that's good for him. It's always the Bills or the Colts, always going for Devondre Campbell, I swear. See, Darren Lee. He's going to get taken by one of those guys. Let's see, who can we grab? Sean Lee, pretty good. As a player coach, would be pretty good. Charles Harris, Elijah Lee. Elijah Lee looks pretty decent. Good base player. I don't know what to go about with these players. I'm not going to go for Carl Bradford. Jamal Davis. I don't know how to go about all these players right now. Now, corner is going to be interesting. I might let go of Simeon Thomas. Possibly don't really need him. So we're going to try to go for someone else in here. Michael Davis looks exceptionally well. I mean, Michael Davis looks pretty good, I'm guessing. Maurice Canady. Alik Talib. Give him a final hurrah or something. I don't know. It's pretty old though, so I wouldn't try. Artie Burns. David Amerson. Kevin Johnson. He's not that great. Perry Nickerson. Nick Nelson. Tez Tabler. Brandon Williams. He's intriguing. He's more of a man corner. Morris Claiborne. Jamar Taylor. Cyrus Jones. Cornell there, I was always a big fan of. DRC. Devontae Harris. Xavier Crawford. Don't know about him right yet. Xavier Coleman. Alright. This is going to be a little biased of me, but I am going to bring in Xavier Coleman. So, I'm not going to give him a decent bonus, though. I'm going to give him a 2-year, 2.4. That should be decent enough. Rashad Robinson looks interesting. But there's also one more player I want to grab at corner. And that is Arion Springs. If you don't know this guy, search him up. A very great player. I really recommend you to look into him. I'm going to give him 3 years. Why not? This is like, oh, Troy Ape, White Lightning. He was with the Redskins, but he is open to contracts, and he can be really good for us. So I am going to be giving him 3-year deal. Now, since he used to be a former Redskin, he will have to get more money. So he's gonna get $2 million each year. See, 7.5, 8.8, or let's see, 10 mil. He's gonna make 10 mil. 2.5 each year. So a 7.5 contract, pretty good. That's pretty good. A really high contract. So that's gonna kind of give us the nod. Lano Hill. Will Redmond's right there. It's pretty good. Steven Roberts. Lorenzo Drummond's pretty good. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal. Good special teams player. Tyree Robinson. Pretty good player as well. From Oregon. Funny how he just lands right here. So I'll give him a 2-year deal. DeAndre Hall's pretty good. I'm surprised he's right here. Might make him a slot. I don't know. Tyee Sanko. That's right. I was wanting to get Tyee Sanko for a 3-year deal. Very interesting player. Search him up on Wikipedia. He's pretty decent. Kickers. I mean, we can worry about this later, honestly. I don't have time to do kickers and punters. But we're going to look right here real quick. So, here's our top players. We have Treadwell. We're going to try to sign. Troy Ape, we're going to sign. And Robert Dimkimchi, Keelan Doss, and Tyron Holmes, Austin Calitro, Maurice Alexander, Colby Gossett, Jarrell Adams, CJ Procise, Antoine Williams, Mortez Boringer, Desmond Harrison, Xavier Coleman, T.Y. McGill, Cedric, Tyree Robinson, Deshaun Kaiser, Jerome, Arion Springs, Tyee Sanko, and Jamarcus Webb. Alright, so I'm looking over this after going overview with you guys, and there's actually one player that I might let go. I might not bring in. That's Maurice Alexander, because we have Josh Robinson, who will be our nickel linebacker. As much as I want Maurice Alexander, because he's very athletic, but I'm going to let him walk, even though he has really good hit power and everything. I'm going to let him walk, because we already have a good safety and money linebacker in Josh Jones. But we're going to be bringing in some depth with Tyree Robinson and Tyee Sanko. And Tyee Sanko is going to be playing free safety with Ape and Jermone. Xavier Coleman's going to come in and Arion Springs. So Thomas is going to get released. So we're going to have Campbell. We're going to have Coleman. It's going to be decent. So we're going to be bringing in one of our old school traditional middle linebackers like Austin Calitro. Antoine Williams, interesting player, I like, so I'm going to bring him in. Now, for right outside linebacker, it's going to have to be traditional players, because I do not know what to do in this certain situation, because I don't have my scheme ready yet. So Elijah Lee looks pretty base ready, or I actually have an idea. Let's bring in, I saw a couple players. Brandon Chubb. Yeah, he was pretty interesting. Kayshawn Berea. I was a big fan of his at UW. Kentner Cup is one of those potential options where we're going to move to right outside linebacker. Greer, okay, if you didn't watch the XFL's week 2, this guy dominated, did pretty well. I think we're going to skip up on him. Oh, I was going to get Gary Johnson. Of course, they go one of the players I wanted. Dang it. You know what? I'm going to try to grab Gary Johnson. Give him a better base deal. I'm going to give him a 2-year. Oh, yeah, that's better. Make him a right outside linebacker and have Cletro in the middle. So we have our linebackers. We have our defensive line, I guess, right here. I mean, Robert might be moved to defensive tackle, but since he's a speed rusher, he might stay a defensive end. T.Y. McGill, we're going to keep him there. Tyrone Holmes, great speed rusher. Big fan of his back in Montana. If you haven't watched his play, I really recommend you to watch. Roy Robertson Harris is one of those intriguing players I can bring in. He's 6'5", 292 pounds. He's built like a beast. Pretty decent. Good power moves. Maybe. But when it comes to offensive line, this is what... Oh, we don't have no center. So we gotta look for a center now, guys. 11. Horrendous Grasu. Grasu might be the guy. I'm not gonna give him a bonus though for like that. He could be our long snapper because he's played long snapper before. So we'll just give him a 2-year deal, I guess. Patrick Moore is a freaking killer looking guy. I might not want him now. Let's see, who else? Give someone a chance, I guess, like David Kilgore or John Sullivan, Colin McGovern. I don't know. Darrell Williams looks good, but he might be going back to where he's going. Steven Wininski used to be a former good player. We didn't sign a left guard. Chance Warmack. I might bring Chance Warmack. I don't know. Or bring in the veteran Wininski. Bring in a couple of veterans in. God, he looks like an old he reminds me of my grandfather. Oh my God. He doesn't even look like that. Whatever, he's gonna be one of the most expensive ones I'm gonna sign to a 1-year deal, so and like I said, I have so many tight ends I'm gonna be signing, so Treadwell's gonna be one of the higher overall receivers I'm grabbing with Keelan Doss. Running backs, CJ Procise, quarterback Deshaun Kaiser. Honestly, for running back wise, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go for next week and go off from there. Let's see who we grab. We threw a lot of offers in. Alright. Colegio signs. Harrison. Johnson accepts. Troy Aikman also signs. Cedric. Tyrone Holmes. Boringer. T.Y. McGill. Sanko. Gossett. Wininski. McGimchi. Springs. Doss. Williams. Robinson, Jermone, and Webb. So, out of all those players, I think there's a couple more that weren't able to sign. Yep. So Treadwell hasn't signed yet. Neither of these guys have signed yet to our contract negotiations. CJ Procise, Xavier Coleman, and Grasu might be players we will grab. We'll grab him in the preseason. Laquan Treadwell, Jarrell Adams, CJ Procise, Xavier Coleman, and Deshaun Kaiser. Alright, Kaiser, we gave you a contract. Now, come on, man. I'm not going to give you more than this. So, you and Philip Walker are going to be competing. Jarrell Adams is one of my favorite tight ends coming out of South Carolina Gamecocks. He was really good. So, and then Laquan Treadwell, one of the highest players we're going to be possibly grabbing right now. He was pretty good. So, he might be one of the best players we're going to be grabbing now. Okay, so we're gonna go to, let's see, week 3 now. All right, if you can tell, we don't have the scouting board. Now that's a problem with me right now because I turned to Dick Johnson later on in the season, so now we do not have the draft board, which is not really good. So that's a big problem for us. So Deshaun Kaiser and Jarrell Adams signed. That's really big. But there's there's a couple more players here. Treadwell, I think we're gonna not sign pro size just yet. Xavier Coleman, I do want to bring him in. I'll bump it up a bit. And Treadwell, come on, man. You're gonna be one of the highly paid players on this team. So I'm boosting his up a bit. See what we got. Now, I'm looking right here. Let's see the league signings before I get into what I was wanting to say. So Chris Jones goes to the Buffalo Bills. Trent Williams goes to the Cardinals. Brandon Sheriff goes to the Dolphins. Kendall Fuller goes to the Saints. Kyle Van Noy to the Buccaneers. Art Armstead goes to the Colts. Maybe he's going to get converted to a defensive tackle. Thunley goes to the Dolphins. Drew Brees goes to the Dolphins. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to trade him to the Saints. It's just I don't like seeing Brees going to a team that doesn't make really much sense. He will finish his career with the Saints. And I'm being unbiased. I'm being serious. I think he's going to finish his career with the Saints. So I'm going to be moving him back to the Saints somehow during off camera. Yannick Ngakoue going to the Houston Texans. That's a very intriguing sign. I didn't expect that coming. Matthew Adonis, a former Redskin, going to the Buccaneers as well. Shazier, doesn't make no sense. He's going to be taken out. Jonathan Allen goes to the Bills, and that's what sucks, that we got him up to a superstar, and now he leaves us and goes to the Bills. The Bills, man, they're going to be Super Bowl contenders, I swear. Daron Payne, another player of ours, goes to the Titans. Terry McLaurin goes to the Bills. All right, everyone's deciding to go to the Bills all of a sudden. Matthew Judon goes to the Texans as well. Mike Hilton to the Bills. Jordan Reed goes to the Panthers. So they found their replacement from Greg Olsen. That's intriguing. Landon Collins goes to the Lions. Okay. Interesting. Changed his number from 20 to something else. Jaron Reed goes to there. Jerron Hargraves goes there. Clint Dix. Everyone's going to the Dolphins. Dante Fowler to the Seahawks. I can actually see that happening in real life. Anthony Harris to the Giants. I can see that happening in real life. But Dupree. Darius Guice goes to the Bills. So the Bills, Mafias, and Miami are just signing players left and right. Ndamukong Suh goes there. Jeez. Corey Littleton goes back to the Saints. Trevor Williams to the Giants. A lot of these other players. Oh, wait. Demarcus Robinson goes to the Chargers. Okay. So, no one has signed Kareem Hunt. And I think it's due because of his former arrests. Now, we might be bringing him back. We might bring him in. No one has signed the guy. Man, he's such a freaking too much of a beast in this game, though. Emmanuel Sanders hasn't gotten signed at all. That's insane, but we're not bringing him in because he wants to be with a Super Bowl contender. Nelson Aguilar hasn't gotten signed. Kendrick Bourne hasn't been signed. Honestly, I might sign Kendrick Bourne instead of Laquan Treadwell because Laquan Treadwell is not taking my offers. There's some interesting players I'm thinking about bringing in, though. Phillip Rivers, I don't want that type of player on my team, honestly. And Cobb, is he actually is he a Canadian? I don't know, I might be wrong. I might sound stupid saying that, but I swear I've heard it somewhere. I have heard it somewhere. Give me a second. Let's see. No, he's from Tennessee, so I'm stupid. Alright. I'm just looking around here and just observing what players haven't been signed. David Moore hasn't been signed. McManus hasn't been signed. Emmanuel Ogba. Keelan Cole. Wow, a lot of these players haven't been signed, honestly. Cravon LeBlanc hasn't been signed either. These are some interesting things that are happening right now. Gosh, I want Kareem Hunt. I mean, my biggest signing was Troy Aikman so far. And Nugimchi are tied. But those are the only ones that I've been able to sign that are really big names. Colin Treadwell and Xavier Coleman. Maybe this is going to be a new rule. When a player hasn't been signed to a team in the first 2 weeks of the free agency, he's eligible for us to go for. Unless some other team comes in all of a sudden and outbids us. I mean, Kendrick Bourne's way much better than, I mean, heck. Tajay Sharp's a whole lot better than Laquan Treadwell. Maybe we will go for Tajay Sharp, the former Massachusetts product. He hasn't been able to burst out. He's pretty good. I mean, if you also look into... Wait. Hollywood Higgins is got an offer, so never mind. But if you also look into Taiwan Taylor, he's pretty good. He's pretty quick as well. Taiwan Taylor looks pretty decent, actually. Noah Brown. Tavon Austin. He's getting offered. Maybe Taiwan Taylor. Maybe we'll give him this contract. He might like it better than Laquan Treadwell is getting offered. I don't know. Laquan Treadwell makes the most sense, though. But he doesn't look much better than Taiwan Taylor here. Because he has a 3-year, he has a 2-year. 2-year deal. Heck, he still has a 91 over. You know what? Maybe Taiwan Taylor might be the guy. But I don't know. Let's go back down to Treadwell here. So let's give him this offer. 91, okay. He might sign now. He might sign now. Because I'm giving him more than that. Alright. Signing, we got Keelan Doss at least. That's pretty good. Corey Coleman, Keelan Doss. Get Quan Treadwell in. We'll have really good depth at receiver. I mean, really, really good depth. We went from 10 players to 30. But, I mean, think about it. If we get Laquan Treadwell, then we have Corey Coleman, Keelan Doss, Austin Prohl, and Cam Phillips. That would be a really good start, you know? But we got Mortez right here, who can technically play receiver. I don't know. We'll test him out. Terrell Adams, Caleb Wilson, Mortez, pretty good tight ends. Receivers look pretty good. Wow, I forgot I gave Keelan Doss that much of a contract. Oopsie daisies. Maybe we'll just keep what we got. I need a speedster. You know what? If Laquan Treadwell is still around in the preseason, I'll sign him. But I want a speedster, okay? We need a speedster. I mean, I saw Isaiah McKenzie right here, who is pretty fast. But I want to see if there's anybody that's a speedster. I don't think Tim Patrick is. Deon Kane? He's actually pretty good. I'm gonna give him a 3-year. I'm gonna give him this. But receiver wise, then there's Beebe. There's Batson. Is Cam Batson fast? Oh yeah, he's pretty quick. Jalen Marshall. I remember once upon a time he used to be really good, but he's not fast. Dixon's too old. Not old, but old enough. David Stills is right here. We'll possibly bring him into the practice squad. Jalen Tolliver. XFL did pretty good with him. Kitsy. DeAndrew White from Bama. I think. Wait, Victor Bolden. Was he quick? He's quick, but not quick what I want. I think that is the best bet is Cam Batson. Right now, looks pretty good. So, and we're not going to give him that much. I want to give him that much. Deon Kane and Cam Batson look pretty good to bring in. No, Deon Kane might be the better idea. I gave Deon Kane too much. It's way too much. David Moore's right here, though, and he's pretty good. But I have to only go for one. screw it. We're not going to get any more receivers. I don't want to get receiver frenzy right now. Corners, I mean, I can live another day. See, I was going to get David Amerson, but he's now got an offer. There's EJ Gaines. Mike Ford. Ryan Smith. Huh. Now. Sean Sims. Nick Nelson. He's pretty young. Tez Tabor. I mean, make him a cornerback. I mean, he is a cornerback, but make him a safety? Nah, because he doesn't really have the zone coverage, but you can make him a hybrid. Kevin Seymour. Jimmy Moreland. Brandon Williams. Torrey McTyer. Morris Claiborne. Hakeem King. Rashawn Robinson. Rashard Robinson's pretty okay. He's fast, but there's Christian Campbell. Don't know who to go for. I mean, Adonis Alexander. Brandon Williams. I'll come back to these players later. Deshaun Davis. Eric Harris. Jaron Curse. Johnson, move him to... Oops. Yeah, we can move him. Yeah. Alright. I have a couple ideas. So, I should do these during off camera, but I'm not going to. And I think I'm going to be moving J. Kai Pillai to right end because I am a 3-4 after all, or 4-3 after all. So, and we're gonna make his number 91. He's going to be number 91 on the right end. Gary Johnson, he's going to be moved to right outside linebacker. Ozan Calitro is going to be middle. Twan Williams is going to be left. So that's our look at linebackers right now. DTs, defensive ends are looking pretty decent at the moment. I think I'm going to be... I'll move him later. But I think we're looking pretty good. We got 2 tackles, but Jamarcus Webb is going to be that veteran player that's going to come in and help a little bit on this team. Same with Winitsky. I can move Winitsky to center if I wanted to, because I think he played a little bit of center. Same with Colby Gossett. But I like this offensive line. I like the weapons we got right now. Looks pretty good. We just need a running back, which I think I can actually get right now. Yeah, we need to get a running back. I'm sorry. We just got to get one. Carlos Hyde. You know, C.J. Anderson, the most forgotten running back. I think I'm going to give him a chance. Man, he's got kind of fat in this game. I think also in real life he has as well. Sorry, bud, we're not going to give you a 3-year, but I will most likely give you a 2-year. Hopefully you can chew on that one. Rex Burhead's a pretty good player, though, too. I need a big power back. There's Elijah McGuire. I want a power back, though. There's Newsom, there's Chun. Alex Barnes. Keon Green. Keith Ford. He was doing pretty well in the XFL. So, bring him in, I guess. But too much money for a little, you know. So, if I'm going to go for a player, I might as well go a little higher. Aim a little high. Like Deontay Foreman here. Like I said, 3 years for the max. But I want to give this guy a 2-year deal. Hey, you're going to be our power back, so I'm going to have, actually, we already got a power back in CJ Anderson. So I need an elusive back now. Power back's Doug Martin as well, though. 2 running backs that can be really good for us. I'll get Doug Martin if he's still available. Bryce Love, Boston Scott, Dwayne Washington, Amir Abdullah. I remember Amir Abdullah, actually. Ooh, his carrying's pretty terrible. Holy cow. Tyler Irvin. His carrying's pretty bad. I think pro size is not great either. No, that's even more terrible, but he has good catching. We'll give him a 2-year. Anderson and pro size are going to get offers. If these players do not take what we have, I'm going to be mad. So, because I totally skipped out on Kareem Hunt. Good, they all took the offers. Alright. Now we're going to the draft. Now, drafting rules. If anybody slips where they're projected to be, they are more than eligible to get taken. So, we'll go to the recap right here. Kareem Hunt's still unsigned. Manuel Sanders, all these guys are going to get signed in the preseason. So, I mean, we missed out on Kareem Hunt. But let's start drafting. We're not until pick 9. So the Giants will take Chase Young. So the Bengals traded down to the Giants. So the Giants took Chase Young. Interesting. Falcons are number 2. So the Dolphins trade down to number 3. Okay. Jerry Jeudy. Oh, so I see what they're doing here. The next, Julio Jones. So the Dolphins take Jeff Okudah. That's a big one. The Bengals will take Joe Burrow. Interesting. So that's projected for him to go to. So now Jaguars will take Justin Herbert. So Minshew Mania is not going to be no more. The Broncos will take Andrew Thomas. Okay. The Jets will take Derek Brown. Interesting. And the Vikings will take Walker Little. Now, Tua's right here. That slipped. Grant Delpit's here. Creed Humphrey. I mean, the world is our oyster right now. But, I mean, we can take a lot of good players right now if we wanted to. I mean, heck, we can take Dylan Moses if we wanted to. We can take Trayvon Diggs, Grant Delpit. I mean, you name it. We can take them. Bryce Hall is sitting right here. But I hate doing this. I really do. Oh, it doesn't give us trade down options. So, first round pick this year. We're going to try to trade that down for a second round pick and a third round pick. And a 7th round pick to the Bengals. Thinking about it. Bengals can get them. Not the Bills. Forget the Bills. They're not getting anybody. Broncos. They're chosen. There's the Browns. They tend to do really well in the game, so. Cardinals. Colts. Dolphins went. I'm going to trade with the Dolphins. No, wait, don't, because they signed a lot of good players, so. Actually, yep, they did. That's why I'm going to do this. So I'm going to take a second round pick, second, and a 7th for a second next year. Oh, let me look on my phone here. Someone commented. I don't know who. See. Hello there. It's not saying who. Can you message comment again, please? Because it's not showing on my chat. It didn't pop up. But how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alright, anyways. Back where we were at. We're going to take a first, or we're going to trade our first rounder for their second rounder. Hello, welcome. Keschecks33. Sorry if I didn't say that right. But welcome to the stream. This is going to be on my YouTube later on. So, welcome. Hope you enjoy the stream and enjoy everything else I'm going to be doing right now. So, anyways, what I'm about to do here is I'm going to be trading my first round pick for the Dolphins' second, their 7th this year, and their 2nd next year. Let's see if this will do. Nope, they will not take it. No, I'm sorry, man. Or girl, I'm sorry. It's an offline franchise, and I do not have PlayStation Plus right now. I was going to do it online, but I didn't. And this is for strictly for YouTube right now. So sorry, man. But you can interact with me right here and help me make decisions on here and everything for this franchise. That'll be the second best thing from that. Second, a 7th. So they didn't like that. So let's go with this. Alright, they took it. Maybe got robbed a little, but whatever. Miami Dolphins will take Trey Smith from Tennessee. Okay, sorry, I know. No offense or nothing, it's just... it's offline. Alright, let's go to the next pick here. Steelers will take Dylan Moses. Makes sense since Ryan Shazier's gone. So that's actually a pretty good pick. But they also have Devin Bush. So, who knows? The Raiders will take Creed Humphrey. Not a bad pick. I don't think they would take Creed Humphrey, though, in real life. The Arizona Cardinals will select Bryce Hall. That's actually pretty logical. I can see that happening. The Seattle Seahawks are at a higher pick than in real life right now, but AJ Espinoza, I don't think that's ever going to happen, but if they ever do, that's cool. I'm a Seahawks fan. Let's see here. The Green Bay Packers took Raekwon Davis. That's actually a pretty good pick. They might slide him into defensive end, but they have so many edge rushers and everything already. Trayvon Diggs goes to the Chargers. Holy cow, that's an interesting one. The Buccaneers will take Grant Delpit. That's actually pretty good. If he lasts that long, him and Devin White, former LSU teammates. No, not Devin White's not from LSU, right? I forget. But Grant Delpit joining with Delvin White on that defense, that's going to be a little crazy. The Titans will select Tua Tagovailoa. That actually kind of makes sense. I'm surprised when I traded that pick to the Dolphins that they didn't take Tua. But it looks like the Titans took the opportunity and took him. The Raiders, with their other pick, takes Isaiah Simmons. So he has fallen down in the draft. So poor Carolina Panthers. And two of my franchises I had, he went to the Giants in my last one. I was playing, privately, not streaming. He went to the Giants, and now he's going to the Raiders. That sucks for them. But Carolina Panthers, since Isaiah Simmons is gone, they will select Cynthia Carter from Alabama. Interesting. Texans select Nick Coe. That's kind of a reach. He's technically a second-round pick, but still good. Just don't think he's ever going to get taken that high. CeeDee Lamb going to the Lions. That's actually an interesting one because, yeah, he can be really good with Kenny Golladay. Troy Dye goes to the Rams. That's actually kind of, I can see that happening. The Browns take Tristan Wirfs. He fell down the draft pretty big time. Patriots select Efrion Jennings. I can see that happening. Eagles go with Albert. I can't say his name right. But they go with Albert. So, do they have Dallas Goedert still? I actually want to look at that right now. If they still have Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz, maybe I can go for the trade for Dallas Goedert. Oh my goodness, they still have Dallas Goedert. So they took a first-round pick on a tight end while they could have gone with receiver. They could have gone with another running back. They could have gone with any other direction, but they take a tight end. That goes to show the Madden logic. Saints take Jake Fromm to take over for Drew Brees later on. That is pretty insane. What a shocking surprise. I was thinking about grabbing him, honestly, but that's pretty good. Baltimore Ravens, Patty Fisher, pretty good. Tristan Fulton falls down very big time to the Bills. The Cowboys will select, and they take Chenault. I think on one of my mock drafts I made, I think Chenault went to the Cowboys. So that's cool. Leatherwood, good, goes to the Colts. 49ers select. Paulson, Adebo from Stanford, pretty good. And Tyler Baidez goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. Giants, Arlec Jackson, and Kenny goes there. What do we got at pick 2? Jonathan Taylor has fallen. T. Higgins, Xavier McKinley, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Johnson, Jordan Love. Wow. There's a lot. T. Higgins didn't get taken. Same with Xavier McKinley. Man, this draft class is really overpowered as hell with an 8.2 combine grade. But man, 6'4", 205, 20 years old. From Clemson. Clemson receivers are always the best, but we do need a running back. That's our problem right now. That's our biggest weakness. I mean, we can technically grab Jonathan Taylor right now. He's sitting right here. But we also have Etning right here, but he's also going to get taken in the second round. A lot of good second round players, but since these guys didn't get taken, this is our biggest shot for us to get a first round talent. And T. Higgins is looking like the big one, but also Jonathan Taylor. See, he was projected late first. T. Higgins was supposed to go late first. Xavier McKinley, late first. Wow, he's pretty good. Oh, boy. All these spots. Henry Ruggs is right here. I'm going to go for another round. And if he's still there, I will grab Henry Ruggs. But right now, if I grab T. Higgins, I don't need to get the other receivers. Because we already got Coleman, Keelan Doss, Austin Prohl, and Cam Phillips. That's a really good receiver set right now for us to go off of. But it's pretty insane that a lot of these receivers have fallen off the board. Fallen down. But also running backs right now. We got CJ Procise. He is pretty good. He's not that good at carrying, but C.J. Anderson, the forgotten one at running back, see if he can do something. But we got a receiving back, and we got a power back, and they're both CJs. We got the CJs. I just did not realize that till now. So we're technically fine. And then safety's great. We're good at that. Jalen Johnson. We're good. Colin Johnson looks pretty good. But a lot of these guys fell down. And these are exclusive 4-year deals for us. Rookie 4-year deals. It'd be kind of stupid not to get T. Higgins. But same thing for Jonathan Taylor. T. Higgins, Jonathan Taylor. Because we also, let's see. Oh, Lord, this is a pretty tough spot. I think it's more smart to get Jonathan Taylor here. We're going to get Jonathan Taylor. 78 overall, hidden dev trait. Pretty good. I think we're going to start with him. He's going to be our starter with C.J. Anderson. I don't know. Maybe that was a stupid decision. Like, Trey Adams goes. T. Higgins with 77 overall goes there. So Jalen Johnson. Glad we didn't take him. All right, let's hurry up because I gotta hurry up and do some other stuff in real life. So our third round pick, Colin John. Okay, so other receivers got taken, but that leaves us with Kendrick Rogers and Colin Johnson. And honestly, I'm going Colin Johnson. Good receiver. Really good. Just normal dev, but he's really good. We took him. He was supposed to go in the second, goes in the third. Our next pick in the fourth round, Joe Bachie goes there. Third rounder, Charles Snowden. 6'7", 225. Holy cow. He's pretty good. He's an edge rusher. LeBron Ray, AJ Terrell, third round picks. Snowden's pretty good. AJ Terrell's pretty good as well. I don't know, and there's Patrick Queen. It'd be kind of dumb not to go for Patrick Queen here. We're going to go with Patrick Queen. 69 overall. Ooh, he was ranked lower. But you know what? Man, he actually is more of a he's an edge rusher. Damn. I was hoping he was a little bit more something else. Oh well. Next pick. Fifth round. Pittman's still there. A lot of good receivers are still left. Tyler Johnson's still there. Corners. Holmes here. AC. Wow, Holmes is pretty quick. We're going to pick blindly. We have so many 7th round picks. So we're going to take a corner. And Darnell Holmes from UCLA looks pretty good. Pretty fast as well. So, and we're going to trade a couple of our 7th round picks for a 6th round pick. So we're going to take those two 7th rounders and hope to get a 6th round pick from the Bengals. There we go. Sweet. Oh, Shane Lemieux goes. Holy cow. Offensive line. Interesting. Malik Harrison's still there. J.R. Reed's still there. Steven Montez, huh? Danusi. Bryce Perkins. Kelly Bryant. Jake Bentley. Zach Thomas. Steven Montez. 6th round talent. Colorado. Receivers. I mean, we could take another receiver. I thought I took TJ Vasher out of here. I guess I did not. That is pretty bad of me to do. So that is not good at all. see receivers, Riley Stapleton right here. Free safety. James Hendricks is right here. We'll get those guys later, but right now we gotta go for the guys that were not taken. Robert Windsor is pretty good. Brandy's pretty good. Malik Harrison didn't get taken. TJ Carter didn't get taken. Gallimore. Honestly, Shane Lemieux is still there. I would have taken him. Receivers. You know, we're going to move LaMarcus Webb to guard. Let's put Steven Wisniewski at center, maybe. Robert McGinty, White. I am going to take... Shit, Tariq Black is still right here. Because we grabbed Cullen Johnson. Tariq Black is pretty good. We can only grab reach players or below. Players that were not taken. Harrison's more a power rusher, though. Alright. Run stopper Nate Evans. But that's not going to work. Howard. I think. See, AJ Green from Oklahoma State. Maybe Tariq Black. Maybe Tariq Black. No, because we already grabbed a receiver and we're really good at receiving depth. Corners and safeties we need. Hendricks. Teron Bandy. TJ Carter. Let's see. AJ Green was supposed to be really good coming out of Oklahoma State. Lamar Jackson's right here. I'm going to take Lamar Jackson. 63 overall. That's what I get, but we're going to move him to safety. And hopefully he becomes good. And we have two. Wow, Bengals have so many 7th round picks. It's unbelievable. Julian Blackman. Brian Huff. Archam. Parker Braun, you know? I'm going to take Parker Braun. Very good. We needed a player like him. He's a good player. He can play center or guard. He's going to be playing center. He's not 282. He's actually 300 pounds. So, that's good. And then our last 7th round pick is going to be no other than... another safety. James Hendricks. Julian Blackman. Jermone's going to be gone. Sanko's going to be gone. No more defensive backs. So a DT might be good. Christian Rector. Glenn Logan. Play Glenn Logan right here with the last pick. There we go. That's our picks. And then after this, I will be putting this up on YouTube. And after I put it on YouTube, I am going to be revealing on the next YouTube video that who we signed after the draft in the first week of the preseason. So our highest player is Jonathan Taylor, who's going to be our #1 running back. We got Deshaun Kaiser and we got Philip Walker, Jonathan Taylor, C.J. Anderson, and C.J. Procise. Wide receivers, we got Colin Johnson, Corey Coleman, Keelan Doss, Prohl, and Cam Phillips. Adams, Wilson, Boringer, Desmond Harrison, Jamarcus Webb. Parker Braun is going to be our center. And he's going to be almost, I think he's 299 or 300, I forget, but he's our center. Right guard, Kobe Gossett. Cedric, and then we got Tyrone Holmes, Robert Nagimchi, Ja'Kai Polite. Actually, we're going to move Robert Nagimchi right now to defensive tackle, so it makes the most sense. T.Y. McGill, Glenn Logan. Now Patrick Queen's going to be a edge rusher, so we're going to be moving Patrick Queen to possibly defensive end. But who knows? We're going to leave Patrick Queen alone and Antoine Williams. Got Austin Calitro, Gary Johnson, Darnell Holmes. Simon Thomas is going to get released. Xavier Coleman-Stain, Lamar Jackson. I think we're going to be releasing Lorenzo Jermone possibly here. But before we do, we're going to just move Lamar Jackson right now to that free safety position while we have the chance to. There we go. Now he's a 69 overall, so he's not looking too bad as originally. So there's our free safety. Strong safety, Josh Jones, Tyree Jackson. Honestly, Lamar Jackson might be more of a strong safety, but he's a scheme fit at free safety, so we're not going to mess with that. So that's our players there. We'll get a kicker and a punter later. So that's our team. We're going to be grabbing... Unfortunately, we couldn't grab Henry Ruggs, but we grabbed Colin Johnson later on in the 3rd round, which was pretty good. So let's go over the recap of our team of the signings. Jonathan Taylor in the 2nd round. Colin Johnson gets taken in the 3rd. Patrick Queen in the 4th. Darnell Holmes in the 5th. That was a big steal. Lamar Jackson goes in the 6th round. Parker Braun and Lincoln Logan go in the 7th. So very good draft for us, honestly. So Dick Johnson and the Thunderbirds are going to be eligible to sign players. So who do you think we're going to be signing? If you watched the video so far, really appreciate it If you want, can you please like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm out of it right now, so I need a drink of water really bad. But who do you think we're gonna assign to this this roster of ours? So anyways, I'll come back in the next video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. If you enjoyed it, share it to your friends. Toronto Thunderbirds franchise is just beginning. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.